Hey everyone, it's Lori from Scraps by Sissy. Happy Fabulous Friday. I hope it's going to be cool where you are. It's supposed to be down to 105 here. We've been under a heat advisory for the last few days, so it's been a little warm, which was the perfect weather to do a lot of stamping in. I am going to be doing a series of videos on Fridays, hence the name Fabulous Friday, and we're going to start off with this cute little card. This is one that I made for August birthdays. It's using this little Piggy stamp set. It just makes me smile every time I look at these little piggies. They have been a huge success with the new catalog that went live in June. Now if you see the piggy here on the front of the stamp set, this is the actual stamp, but we're not going to use that sentiment, as you can see here. So put this aside, and the supplies that you're going to need are the classic label punch, this little Piggy stamp set, and Happy Birthday Gorgeous, or any other birthday sentiment stamp set that you want to use. I'm using the 2017-2019 Stampin' Write markers to color with. I'm also going to use Berry Burst and Basic Black stamp pads. And I've already cut out and embossed the pieces that we're going to use to put the card together, only to save time. And also the table that I'm working on it's just a plastic table, and when I tried rolling the Big Shot on it, it wobbled the camera too much, so I'm saving you. So we cut out a circle using the stitched framelits, the circle one. That comes with circles, square, and ovals. And I think you get 4 of each shape. And then I also used the layering circle framelits to cut out the scallop circle that will mat our little piggy on. This is the lemon lime twist, and it was run through the embossing with the embossing embossing folder Polka Dot Basics. And then you'll need a strip this is the Dazzling Diamonds Glimmer paper. It's cut at a 1/2 inch by 4. We're also going to be using our paper snips to trim that. And then just a piece of scratch paper for the sentiment, and a piece of Berry Burst, and it's cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So let's get started. I'm just going to fold that in half using the bone folder to give a nice crisp edge. And then we'll take the Berry Burst, let's move that out of your way, and we're going to adhere that down using the Fast Fuse. There's a little bit of a learning curve when you use this adhesive. I know with the snail you just come down and stop, but with the Fast Fuse you have to kind of use the check mark method, otherwise you'll get strings of adhesive everywhere. So you'll just glue this straight down, set him aside, and now we'll stamp our little piggy. And I'm going to show you how to do some masking with your stamping, and I'm just going to use a piece of everyday household tape, aka Scotch tape. And you can see I'm just taping up the words, but I want to make sure the little stem to the flower is still showing. And we'll put him down on our block. Ink up our stamp. And then you want to make sure you remove your Scotch tape. Set that aside. We'll just stamp him just like that. Isn't he cute? There's fuzz on it. Clean him off. Oh, before I put that away, we'll go ahead and stamp a sentiment too. And that is in the Happy Birthday Gorgeous stamp set. It has a little stamp frame for the punch, and we're going to use that and stamp it in black. Stamp him up. Straight down, straight up. Now we're done with that. And then for the sentiment, we're going to use the happy birthday, since it's a birthday card. I'm just going to lay that down on your block. Open your ink pad. When we're done with the black, we'll just set him aside. Stamp that. Perfect. We're done with the ink pads. And then we're going to punch him out. So basically, with your scratch paper, I usually feed it from the bottom so I can center the image. Punch him out. Set him aside. We're done. We'll set that aside. Now we'll color our little piggy. So I like little clean piggies. So he's going to be dancing around on the grass. Just want to color that. Outline the leaves, and then you're going to outline the flower stem and color the stem, or I'm sorry, the leaf. Then I'm going to use the berry burst to color the flower. I like coloring with these markers. You have two ends to these markers. One is the brush end. The other end is a marker so you can write with. I'll set that aside. Now we're going to use the powder pink. We're going to give him some rosy cheeks. I'm just going to lightly color his ear. And of course, a little pink piggy nose. And his little curly tail. I know hooves are black, but this one's going to have pink ones because they're clean. So he's done. Now we'll adhere him to the scallop circle, and these fit just so you have just enough scallop to see the different colors. So put him aside. Now with the glimmer paper, being that it's the same width as your lemon lime twist, I did that on purpose. I just wanted to, didn't want to flag the edges, but I did want to angle them off. And then I'm going to just glue that down. And see the bottom of the glimmer paper and the top of the glimmer paper should touch. That must be a little bit short, but that's okay. Not everything is perfect in this life. Now, I wanted to show anybody who's not familiar with our dimensionals. Normally you have these little octagon pieces, but as you can tell, this is a very I shouldn't say love. This set of dimensionals has been used, so I'm just going to cut off some strips and glue them on the bottom. And see, I did it at the top and the bottom so that it'll straddle the glimmer paper. If you had ribbon there or something bulky there, that's another reason to separate them so that it lays flat on the card base. And now we're going to use some of our brand new mini dimensionals, which fit perfectly on the back of the classic label. Peel off the backs. We'll set that down. Cute, but it still needs a little bit of bling. You know how I am with my bling. So using my tweezers, which unfortunately are not Stampin' Up. I have been using tweezers since I started paper crafting. I just can't master using, oops, got a runner. I can't master using the paper piercer. Too many times I've stabbed myself. And there you go. Isn't that a sweet card? So cute. I'll show you the inside on this one. It says, celebrate, it's your day. And I stamped a little flower there. That's also part of the Happy Birthday Gorgeous stamp set. So I hope you like my first video, and I hope that by the time I've done a few of these, it'll be a little bit smoother. So I'm going to have all of the item numbers for everything I used today in the post. It'll also be on my blog at scrapsbysissy.com. And if you're interested in ordering, you can go to scrapsbysissy.stampinup.net. Have a fabulous Friday, and I'll see you next week.